I talked to Jay about this, but kind of take me through how you were able to get released from the academy and not have to do the service. Can you kind of spell that for me?
Yeah, so the way it works there is you don't have any military service commitment through your first 2 years. Basically, the moment that you have to serve, finish your education, and then serve 5 years is the first day of your junior year. So the fact that I got out of there before my junior year started, I don't have any commitment.
Good experience, though, to kind of start there, see what it was like?
Yeah, I think it was the best thing for me. I don't know where I would be from a baseball standpoint going into my junior year because, to be honest, I think I would have developed more if I spent 2 years at a program like this. But in terms of personal development, meeting the people that I did, and I think, just becoming the person that I am right now, I think that was the best place for me.
Were you a pretty put-together kid, or did you need some structure?
I mean, I like to think so. I think a lot of people need structure. I don't know if they need, they know it necessarily, but it was definitely good for me.
Jay was saying that you are smiling at practice and everything. How has your transition to Louisiana been, and what are some differences here at LSU?
This is my first time in the South. I remember coming here my freshman year, and it was probably the coolest baseball experience of my life at the time. Yeah, I mean, I'm from Orange County, California, and then spent 2 years in Colorado Springs. The weather's super different than I'm used to. I don't mind it at all. But everybody's so nice out here, and people have asked me, how I like the food and all that. I haven't gotten to go out and have a ton of the food, but I'm enjoying it. I really am.
You guys beat LSU, I think, right?
Yes, sir.
You got the save in that game.
Yes, sir.
You just touched on it a little bit there, but just that experience of getting to pitch in this environment and now knowing you're going to be able to do it for this whole entire season. Just what does that mean to you?
I mean, when I say I think about it every day, how lucky I am to be here, that's not an exaggeration. When I committed my junior year to Air Force, I knew that every 2 years we had a series with LSU where we came, to the box for a weekend. And I remember watching that my junior year. I think LSU beat them 17-1 or something like that. It wasn't a good game. But I was looking forward to that series for literally 2 years. And the fact that I'm able to play here every weekend, practice here every single day, and have the support system that I do that comes with a place like this it's such a blessing.
I know it's only been a few months, but just what have you learned from Wes and just getting to work with him as your pitching coach?
I think it's been a lot of small adjustments, small mechanical stuff, some pitch design work, but literally hearing him every day talk about what it's like in the big leagues and what you need to be makeup-wise to get to the big leagues and stay there and have a good career. Listening to what makes a person successful is probably the coolest thing, working with him.
How is hitting different at this altitude?
I mean, when the wind's blowing, it's not super different, but the ball still flies here. It's if you get a ball, it's going to go out for sure, but it's a little different. At Air Force, we had super high walls, so it honestly plays a little bit similar, but the ball does not travel quite as far here.
Different backdrop with Tiger Stadium?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Behind home plate was the mountains. Behind that, it was pretty much just we were in the mountains and looking over Colorado Springs, so there wasn't a whole lot behind center field.
I'm sure you guys have talked about this already, but just the plan in place for you in terms of dividing that pitching and hitting up throughout the season, just how comfortable are you with that, or is it something that you're going to continue to learn about this fall?
Yeah, the thing I learned last year is it's always, it's a process that you're always going to learn more about yourself. Last year was the first time I really tried to start and hit every day. So I talked to Coach Johnson and I talked to Coach Wes, and it's pretty much just going to be erring on the side of caution with me. Yesterday, for example, hitters did a lot of base running. I didn't run at all. I didn't do any of the defense, just because it's important to be ready to throw. So I think that's going to be the process throughout this entire year, just kind of listen to my body and how I feel.
So an evolution? I mean, do you expect to be able to get to a point where you do both?
I'm sorry?
Is it an evolution, or do you expect to get to a point where you do both, or is it strictly you're going to pitch on these days you do?
Right now, I'm pitching on pitching days and hitting on hitting days. Last year, I tried both, and it was really hard, to be honest. I don't know how Shohei Ohtani does it for 162 games, but yeah. So I think at some point we might try it out, but I haven't talked with any of them about that yet.
From a personal standpoint, I guess your parents would get to see you play more because LSU is on TV more. Right?
Mhm.
Like, that's got to be pretty cool for them as well. Or do they plan to come out to the box some weekends?
My dad came out to pretty much every series last year, and it was easier because we played in California a fair amount. He came to LSU my freshman year. He'll come out to, number of series. Same with my mom. It'll be cool. My grandma will be able to watch on ESPN, and my friends and extended family. So that'll be cool. It's a little bit different than the Mountain West Network, but yeah. I mean, I watched pretty much all the. Whenever there was an SEC game on last year, I would watch it on ESPN. So that's pretty cool.
What made you enter the transfer portal in the first place, and was it important for you to find a place you could hit and pitch?
Yeah, I entered the portal. I kind of realized last year that I have a real shot of having a career in baseball. It wasn't a thought that I had pretty much, I would say, before my freshman year. And even then, it was kind of just like, that would be cool. But yeah, last year I realized that I might have to leave the academy because the way it works there is you're under the Air Force's control. So even if you're in minor league baseball, Major League Baseball, if you're still in the Air Force, they can pull it away from you, which isn't a super common thing, but you see it occasionally. Not so much with baseball players, but it's a thing, and I didn't want them to have that option. I didn't want anybody to take it out from under me. So that's pretty much why I left. I'm still very good friends with my buddies there and my coaches, and everybody there is family. And then yeah, I wanted a two-way, and I don't think there was a school that I talked to that wasn't going to let me two-way. So.
What was it like walking into this situation? You see him at Tommy, Tanks, Dylan, and everyone else is on this team. You're pretty talented. I mean, is it like Justice League? Like, hey, we got everybody together, Like, do you feel like you're assembling the pieces? Avengers? I hate using movie cliches.
Yeah. I think that might be a little bit how it was over the summer because I think I was the last guy in the transfer class to commit here, and so I saw, Carter Young and Christian Little and Tommy and all them commit over here. I talked with Thatcher before I committed, and then I got here and it was just like, okay, these guys are cool. So I mean you can call it whatever you want. To be honest, I think every team in the SEC is going to be really good, regardless of their transfer class or the recruiting class or whatever. But I mean, in the end, we have to work and we have to earn it every day, which I think our team is doing a really good job of taking pride in.
More baseball questions for me. Do you know, sir?
I'm sorry?
Can you say?
No. I really, really want to go. I don't think I got interested in it until probably a couple years ago, and I just haven't had the chance since then, but I really want to surf. That's definitely something I'm doing when I go home for Christmas.
I don't get to ask this very often, but how tall are
$6'6".
you? 6'6". Still a tall
It's important for Len to know.
What's the most Louisiana thing you've done since you've gotten here?
Go to a LSU football game. I was talking with Gavin Dugas about 15 minutes ago, and he said he's going to take me fishing, but I remember coming on visit, and I'm driving by a lake. I don't remember which one, and I'm asking Coach Johnson, are there gators in there? And he said, yeah, and that's completely new to me. But I don't think it's really been a culture shock, but it's different.
More questions?
Yander, how house arrest? We need to know.
No, it's a fitness tracker. Yeah. Awesome.
Thanks, Paul.
Thanks, Paul.
You got a